Hello everybody and welcome back to a new episode of Live Alaska. Normally I welcome you in Alaska, but today I actually have the privilege and the honor to welcome you in Germany, in my hometown. And let me tell you, it was really hard to say goodbye, even though we were very, very excited about this trip, but it was still hard to leave John back. He's going to join us later on in Spain, but during our visit here in Germany, he stayed home, he took care of everything, and he had to work sadly. So after we had a sad goodbye, we took off and we traveled for a very, very, very long time, let me tell you. So we flew from Fairbanks all the way to Seattle, which is a 3.5-hour flight. Then we stayed in Seattle for 4 hours, had a good layover. We could just stretch out a little bit, and then we had the long flight, which was 10.5 hours, all the way from Seattle to Frankfurt. So you can imagine that we were just a little bit tired, a little bit worn out, because we stayed up, I think, a total of 28 hours. But let me tell you, it was so worth it. I am not a good traveler. I don't like to fly at all, but we had 2 awesome, smooth, very relaxing flights, and I actually got to sleep for a little bit, which helped just to get over the jet lag. The time difference between Alaska and Germany is 10 hours. So it took a couple of days just to adjust. We just relaxed, we hung out, we visited my family, and so after 2 days, we started to go on our very first adventure. Our first adventure took us to a city called visit.It, and that was a city that I visited a lot growing up, just because the city is so beautiful. The city has such a rich history, and a very old history too. I know the kids have been there a couple of times, but this time I gave them the camera, I let them do some research, and I just let them go to town. So this is the result of our very first trip, and you are going to be part of it.
Today we are going to an Easter market in visit.It. So visit.It, there is the population of 9,801 people live there. There's east of visit.It, there is a World War II camp that was there, and then there was also the oldest building there. It was built in the 14th century. I can't wait to go there. It's an Easter market, sunny, warm day, and okay, today is a very significant day because today is the first day I am wearing shorts this year. We're wearing shorts. Everyone thinks we're crazy. Oh my are like, oh my gosh, why are you wearing shorts? And we're just like, we're warm. It's so warm. But that's the plan today. It's gonna be a super fun day, so let's get to it.
So here's the best part about being in Germany, and that's why we always like to bring Maya, is because you can bring dogs pretty much anywhere. You can bring them to museums, you can bring them to cafes, you can bring them to restaurants, when you go shopping. I think the only places that are prohibited are grocery stores, just because there's food in it. And German dogs are just really part of families. From puppy on, people bring them, they get used to being around people. When you go in restaurants and people just order their food and they sit there and they just eat, the dog just lays under the table. It's just so cool to see. So Maya is well trained in being a German tourist, so she knows exactly what to do. So today we're going to bring her along as well. So the car is ready. We are ready to head out. Are you ready?
Yes. was hard to choose the right cake, so we got it down.
So what did you choose?
Lemon cake.
You have lemon cake?
I think so.
What did
It's
you
like
choose?
a poppy seed cake. It's really good. And so do you. It's like a poppy seed cream. I don't really know how to describe it. And then it's like a really good and sweet crust. And then there's like crumbs on top, which are really good. Now we're gonna show you around visit.It. So this behind me is the pharmacy.
So this was built in 1812.
Building right behind me, that's like really tall. It was the first store here in visit.It, and it was built in 1607, so that's really old. Yep. So behind me is a wall that was built in 1233, and it was around the whole city to protect it. There were 12 of these towers where you could shoot through. So yeah, that's really cool to actually have the wall part in the city till this day. Forgot to mention, the wall was 8 meters high, which is really tall. Yeah. And then we found this cool car. Okay, so we weren't planning to look at this, but this is the smallest house in Hessen, and it's so tiny. It was built in when? Around 1600. Oh, around the 1600s. Okay, so back behind us, right over there, is wood that it's built up, and back in the day they let water drain over it, and at the bottom there would be salt, and that's the purpose of it. Now today they don't use it for salt, but when you walk through it, it helps you breathe in, and it just helps you clear everything out, and so that's what that is for. So we're just gonna go through it and y'all get to see it. So while we were walking here, you could feel the coldness, and that's why I have my jacket on, and I could feel like it being cold coming towards me. It's really weird, but really cool at the same time. We're going in. Oh, walking in. It's getting dark because there's wood over. But and sorry for how dark and blurry it is, but what it's meant for is nowadays for health benefits. So you breathe in really deep, and it's supposed to clear everything through and help you, because it's a health benefit. But
So what better way than to end this awesome day with some good German food. So we are here at a really good German restaurant, and we're going to eat some schnitzel.